the game of Stardew Valley be deathly silent. Ay, 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 ay. You know what? I'm gonna hold on to this. This seems interesting. Let's see. Da-da-da-da-da. Ooh. Sorry, I was like researching stuff prior. What up, Cry? Because this whole challenge idea is going to be literally insane. Sorry, I'm just checking some last things, but I wanted to at least start the stream. So, this is going to be insane. Oh my gosh. So, as discussed last time we streamed this, go to Blasi. As discussed last time, we talked about doing the all items run of Stardew Valley, right? So, since then, I've been working on my spreadsheet, just trying to get everything all put together. I have been working on uh, like research to see what people would be like satisfied, quote unquote. Um, well, this was way more useful. Hold on. Is this different than the other thing that I just had? Maybe this is just easier. Hold on. Hold the phone. Um, maybe this is not correct. I don't know if this is correct, actually. It doesn't feel like it's correct. No. I mean, there's a lot of items here. It just doesn't feel right. No. Okay. Um, sorry. I've been looking for like maybe a whole list or anything just to be like, hey, maybe I could figure out something. But no. But no. Okay. Let me load into a game just so that way we can talk about just the sheer insanity of what the plan is. Also, I am feeling better. If you are on the Discord, I'm gonna probably slur my speech a little bit. If you're on the Discord, you might have heard that I want to stick to the 12 to like 10 schedule. Um, but my head was just killing me last night. I got quite a bit of stuff done yesterday, but I just had the most killer headache from all my allergies just stockpiling yesterday. So I was supposed to do some delivery driving this morning, but I like my ears were ringing, my head was pounding. there was nothing I was going to be able to do, so I just ended up sleeping a little bit longer than I wanted to. I'm feeling all right now. I took a lot of medicine. I took my allergy medicine. That reminds me, there's one more allergy medicine thing I need to take. I don't know where I put it. There it is. I want to put in perspective how crazy my allergies are, like how much stuff I have to take. So medicine, like the actual like pills and stuff, my dad gave me like, I think it's like a 200 milligram or something. Like there's a giant pill that hasn't done anything every time I've taken it. So I've stopped taking that. And I have to use 2 different nasal sprays every single day. And then the headache, I just took some headache medication just downstairs. I was like, yep, this is just how I'm gonna feel, I guess. I guess this is it. Cool. Love that. So, yeah, no, allergies are not fun. And I'm trying to feel better. I really am. The worst part is like there's times where like I'll do my nasal spray and then I'll have to sneeze or something and I feel like it just undoes everything. Market, I appreciate it. We're gonna do like 2 or 3 days, by the way, before I have to just go downstairs real quick and do some laundry. So if I have to go, I'll be right back a few times. It's mostly just because I'm trying to get laundry done before I do my deliveries today. So yeah, instead of doing deliveries in the morning, I'm just doing them in the evening today. And then tomorrow I will be. Tomorrow I'll be doing deliveries in the morning, just to pass the time. Okay, so Stardew. Let's talk Stardew. Okay, so last time it's me. I came up with the horrible idea of doing a full items run. Which is getting every single unique item in the game. Now, there are a few factors that are going to make this really interesting. I was doing quite a bit of research the day after and then a few days after as well. And I've been slowly starting to like stockpile the full list of just what's going to be in every single chest, organizing it. I have like a spreadsheet that's just going to get bigger and bigger, just breaking everything down. There's quite a bit. However, there are some specifics that I believe should be taken into consideration. So this is going to be the stream that I just want to go over the full rules for all items, okay? So I'm putting stream 6 start. So that way it has like what the rules are, and when we make a video, I'll like go over it. So first off, we have to get every single unique item possible. And there are like a few things where they're like, hey, by the way, you have to, what is it called? You have to like do a specific farm because that farm has the only way to get this painting and this and that and the other. For any item that is impossible to get on this farm, I'm not really planning on resetting. We will use, I have no idea what that means. Okay. I gotta stop checking chat while I'm explaining things. I'm so sorry. So we're going to get every single unique item possible. Now, that's not in just the save file. We are getting literally every single unique item possible. This means that you could technically do it with IDs because there is a way in the Wizard's Tower to change your name, and then you would change your name to the ID. And when you change your name to the ID, when they speak your name, it spawns in said item. Now, we could completely break the challenge and then just keep changing our name constantly, get every single item, just do that. But that's not in the spirit of this. We will be legitimately getting every item we possibly can, but any other item that is impossible to get on this file, we will use that to get. Rarities do not count, so it doesn't matter if it's normal, silver, gold, iridium. That does not count because all it does is change the value of the item. It doesn't make it any different. We will have to get all different colors of flowers, so like poppies, summer spangles, fairy roses. We will have to get at least one of each one of those types. There's different wines, juices, honeys. I have all of that put into consideration for what we need. This also includes clothing items. It includes furniture, wallpapers, flooring, every single item in that expanse. All right. Other things to discuss. If there are quest items, once we turn them in, the items go away forever. However, we can use the item IDs to get them back. So I will also be considering quest items just in the future. That's not going to be anything like recent though, or like anything anytime soon. Like we'll be doing that like way later. I am also trying to consider and planning on it rather to get all the different tool types, because I think there is a way, based on just rough research, that we could essentially spawn in another axe, another hoe, another pick, watering can using the ID system as well. Once again, that's all like really like endgame sort of stuff. So I'm not super focused on it right now. It's not going to be something that we're going to be doing anytime soon. My goal, however, is I want to get the big shed that's going to house all this stuff done this stream. So that way we can start getting everything like put together. We need to also get the big chest from Robin so we can start getting that all put together. And for Stardew Valley, for this stream series, we will video wise, it's going to be year by year. So once we're done with year 1, before I stream year 2, I want to get a video out talking about year 1 and going from there. So that way there's like at least a little bit of downtime between each Stardew Valley like year-long expanse. Do I think this is going to be difficult? There's quite a few items that are going to involve RNG and luck. But and those items will all, once again, all be gotten legitimately. So any item that we can legitimately get, we will. If there's any extras, it'll be noted later down the line. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say. Oh, and then hopefully as this goes on, I'm going to be hoping that there are some more Stardew Valley experts that are also in chat. So if there is an item that I might be potentially missing as we get kind of closer to the end, I want to kind of see if chat knows of any items that I would be missing. And then I have a few friends who also play the heck out of this game that might also know. Now, another thing. If all goes well and my plans for the future all work out, I would love to do the same challenge, but in a modded sense. So that's something that I want to consider as well. Also, we are going for perfection as well. So we will be trying to get 100% on top of this. This also includes Vector's Challenge. I know that it's not listed on here, but frankly, I don't want to spend every day trying to do Vector's Challenge for little to no reason. So because of that, we are going to be doing some sneaky sort of stuff for Vector's Challenge, but it should be fine. Anyway, we will start playing Living Off the Land. Got a spa. Perfect. Hops. I just gotta get reacquainted. Obviously, I haven't played in like a few days, so. And also, when your head is killing you, you know, it's a little bit of a rough patch, so to speak. Fiddlehead Fern, Mossy Seeds. I'm still gonna be getting rid of a lot of this stuff. Just cause like no reason. There are events that repeat when you can't get everything in a perfect run unless you reset the day. Can you explain that a little more? I don't know what you mean exactly by that. Also Monday, I need to check to see everybody's gifts and whatnot, so we'll do that too. Oh, something else about my research showed is that there are some portraits, I guess, that you can only get when you are rank 14 with a bachelor or bachelorette. By the time we finish this, I fully expect whatever it's called. Why did I do it this way? Whatever. I fully expect there to be 1.7 coming out. Like I do fully expect 1.7 to be out by the time that I excuse me. I'm just gonna be. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Once 1.7 comes out, like I do fully expect there to be. Why do I have 5? That's fine. Vincent wants grapes. I don't remember who wants sweet peas. The 2 foragers. Doesn't what's his nuts also want something? Pierre likes dandelions, that's right. So Linus also Leah likes dandelions, and then I want to just make sure that Linus does too. Linus does. Okay, cool. Let's get moving. George wants a melon. I got you a melon, buddy. I'm on my way. One day Harvey will have an item only he can give you, and the next day you can't. You have to rest until you get everyone's specific item. There are 2 tons of people that give you an option during the Calico Desert event. You will have to reset if it's the same person again giving you a gift. Okay, so I know what you're referring to now. Okay. No, I get what you're saying. So any items that, because here's the thing, we're not going to be resetting days. So if there is a limited time item that can only be gotten in like X or Y time, once that time has passed, if I get the item, like if I get somebody else's item or anything, then that's going to count. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, so if there is like, hey, here's this like desert event, like the desert festival or something, right? If you go to the desert festival and this is the only time that you can get this particular item, then cool. You got one of the items, then we classify it as every single time we'll get it. Sometimes they'll repeat in the tent. Yeah, so I will, once we get to that point, I will look them up, and then that way, like any unique items, once again, yeah, if there's any unique items like that, once we satisfy it, I'm counting it as we get all of those items. Is Leia, are we like 2 with Leia, or is it still 1? Still 1, so we can't go in there. All right, cool. I also want to go into the mines is the plan today. So. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's not my first rodeo doing some ridiculous stuff like this. So yeah, I'm not, it's not completely like out of my wheelhouse, so to speak. Where is Neptune? Well, we don't need these or that. Neptune, where's there is Neptune's glaive. Okay. I was like, Neptune's glaive should be somewhere. Yay, more grips. You stay doing ridiculous stuff. That's the plan. I was talking to Pasta. So I was on Pasta's stream yesterday briefly. I don't really care too much about spoilers. I'm going to be honest. It's Stardew Valley. I've played this game enough. Don't need to worry about that at all. No, so I was on Pasta's stream briefly yesterday, playing some Dead by Daylight. Is there anyone's birthday coming up? Sam. Sam and Demetrius. Well, Demetrius likes ice cream, so that's gonna be super easy. Sam, what do you want? I mean, we could probably just get you Joja Cola and then you'll be happy with it, so whatever. Sun Hunter. Frost jellies in the frozen depths? Hell yeah. Piece of cake. Easy. George. Here you go. Pizza is one. Pizza is one. However, can I get pizza from? I guess I could get it from. What's his nuts? Gus. That's also a possibility. Hello. Don't mind me. Oh, hello. I need to give you this too. Where's Vincent? Where's the kid? Inside. Yeah. There's Vincent. Here's some grapes. By the way, how's everything sound in chat? I just want to make sure everything's a-okay on that front. Just sell this to Willie. Your VC's good and music is balanced. Sick. Thank you. You being very much better than usual. Yeah, no, I've spent so much time trying to fix it. So we're good. We are good. Need to go to Clint real fast. See, I need to get everyone's 14 events. If we satisfy things, like, here's the thing. I know there's going to be some people once videos get made that are going to be like complaining about, hey, like, this isn't legit because you're using the codes and so on and so forth. But you also have to realize that if you want to get every single item, like, you will need to you either have to do multiplayer and do some duplication methods there, from what I read, or you just do the codes, right? So yeah, if you already got the item once, like, I would count that. Also forgot to grab a pepper for Shane, but that's fine. Well, the other thing is, like, people are would like, I always like to think of hypotheticals, especially when considering, like, if how do you put this? Like, I always like to think of hypotheticals, especially when it comes down to how people are going to respond to X or Y video and or like any of the challenge ideas I come up with. So I was about to talk about Pasta Stream and his ideas that I think he should go for, but I just got distracted. Be right back. No worries. So my blah, 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 blah. I just got distracted and now my brain just stuff. Like, I always like to think of the hypotheticals. At the end of the day, as long as I like think of the hypotheticals, I feel like that's just a good general idea to have when making a challenge idea like this. So
that's why, like, if I'm like, okay, if somebody's watching this for the first time, they've never watched me before, are they going to be happy with like what they're seeing? Are they going to be upset? What do we do to just make it like, hey, this is what the plan is, and this is why the plan is what it is. And I think that's what works well, right? Is me just saying, hey, at the end of the day, you know, we got the item once, so it counts. But also on top of that, like this item, we're never going to be able to get, but we would have satisfied the conditions had we done it. And I want to make sure that there's like no question of it. So if there's something that like I need to look further to see what the specific requirement is to get there's like a beach painting or something that you can get from only the beach farm. I want to see, okay, what would be the way to get that normally? Okay, this is the way to get it normally. What we have to do to satisfy that request? Like if there is something that's like, hey, you need to do like 10,000 you need to fish 10,000 times on your farm to get X item, then guess what? We're going to be fishing a lot of times on the farm just to like say we satisfied the request to give us like the best possible chance. Or there is the other option of just actually making the alternate like place. So I'm like, so if I do make the beach, it's gonna suck. I don't really mind the grind. You'll find out real fast when it comes to grinds that I do not care in the slightest. I did get every single shiny Pokemon in CA, so it's not that bad. Excuse me, my nose. Like I'm trying to consider like all possible angles. So, and here's the thing: if I have to make another farm and get it there, so that way we say we got it, and then just spawn it somewhere else, then you know, so be it. And here's the other thing: like I know I've been talking a whole lot about videos for, I mean, honestly, it's been years, but especially like more so now than ever. I'm going full force in completing and like getting videos out. Like yesterday was a really dang productive day, more or less. I could have done a whole lot more, but it was just one of those weird days. And obviously I had allergies messing me up too, so that was a glorious time. That all being said, though, like I actually did get quite a bit stuff done. I got some ideas flowing. I still wish I worked on a bit more of the script stuff, but things are in a proper way, I guess is the best way to put it. Is that the one dwarf scroll we don't have? It is. Oh, cool. So we can talk to the dwarf now. That's funny. I wasn't expecting the fact that we were going to be able to talk to the dwarf yet. Then you'd have to 100% on that farm. That's how the community sees it. See, and that's where I'm going to disagree, because it's like, listen, we got it across different save files. No. Like we get it on a different file. Awesome, we did it. But if I'm gonna constantly be told that there's no possible way to get every single item on just one thing, yeah, and this is just our own like personal challenge there, so not everyone's gonna be happy with how I go about it, but that's just the way it all goes. So, but yeah, no, there's plans that are in the works right now. If these things can stop running away, that would be great. Is this the last one? Probably. There we go. The big thing right now is just trying to get like editing stuff done. Master slingshot, cool. I still got a little bit of time. Skelebro. Bone fragment. Cool. Yeah, bone sword. 20 to 30. 4 speed, 2 weight, plus 2 attack. I don't know which one's better. Let's try this. Feels like this would be better. Also, and I did watch a little bit of the when we discovered the challenge, right? There was there's another YouTuber who already like did this challenge and such. And we're just gonna have to leave the mine. That is what it is. It's all fine. Let's just get this out of the way while we're at it. Cool. What up, Derek? How's it going? Oh, I have to talk to Lewis. Okay, that's fine. We can do that later. No, there's so we talked about this last time where there was another YouTuber who did the same challenge. And I wanted to like kind of wait to watch their entire video to see how like they went about it. But I did watch like the first bit because I figured they'd put the rules of what they're doing in that first little part of their video, and they did. Pretty much their rules were very similar. However, they weren't worrying about like different how do you want to put it? They weren't worrying about different rarities, as already discussed. I need to make another chest. Cool. Sorry, it's Kit getting distracted yet again, as one does. Coffee, boom, boom, boom. Gosh, Kit brain, please work. Didn't get different rarities. Did everything on the beach thing. But said like, I think they said that like any crafted or like foraged weapons and stuff that are like super RNG dependent didn't count. Which I had issue with because I'm like, no. Like if you're already grinding for the hats and everything, the least you can do is like try to get the other ones. So I don't know. That one just didn't sit right with me. Mining. Ooh, cool. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember what each skill does. Stardew Valley skills. Like the mining ones don't usually seem that good. Honestly, geologist sounds better. Yeah, we'll go with geologist. Cool. Okay, after this day, I'm going to have to step out for just a brief second so that way I can get, do my laundry. Dear Volica, nothing is more satisfying than cooking with a French festival from your own garden. Enclose a recipe to help you out. Take care, Caroline. Parsnip soup. Volica, how are you doing? I've enclosed some instructions on how to make one of my favorite fish recipes. Linus, sashimi. Sashimi is great. Appreciate it, Linus. Part of me is thinking maybe I should just go back into the mine today. Not a bad idea. Don't worry, I just watered the wrong spot. That's fine. I also need to I need to do the whole clay farming method. So maybe that's what I end up doing today. Like, I really want to give it a shot, more or less. Let me see if I should probably grab some items to give some peeps. Should be fine. Nope. For Shane, Caroline, 2-3. I think Harvey also likes dandelions, right? Harv, do you like dandelions? Yes, you do. All right, cool. Pam, Wizard. Don't know who wants that. Sweet peas we need for later. Yeah, okay, we're good. Hi, Lottie. What's up? What's going on? So many stones. Are we getting your own room back up north by the end of the week? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Abigail hates you since you divorced her. Isn't there a way to like wipe their memory or something? I feel like that's something that you should probably look into. A train is passing through Stardew. Hooray. But no, that's awesome, Lottie. Happy for you. Excuse me. Willie, I got things for you. All right. Let's see if Kit remembers. You can stream over the summer? Nice. Streams do be fun. I forgot my dwarf scroll, so I can't even talk to the dwarf. God dang it. Okay, so it's like this, and then this, and then and then 4, 5, 6, and then it's like up again, right? I think it's something like this. Well, that's 1. And then up a little bit more or something. All right, apparently I probably did it wrong. That's fine. I don't remember how to do the clay farming method. I know I'm going to need a lot of clay, so that do be what it is. Here you go, Willie. You found the flounder I gave you. Nice. Everyone's mind's gonna have to be wiped. Lassie do not care. Good job, Blossels. Let's talk to Lewis. Oh, you give me a... Okay, interesting. Here you go. I didn't expect a prize ticket. Well, I guess while we're here... An aquamarine. Crazy. I actually have one of those. So let's go talk to the women. Women. Specifically one woman. In an alternate universe, we got Caroline to divorce Pierre. I mean, what? You know, I seem to recall. In alternate, I get Robin, me, not Demetrius. I seem to recall in an alternate timeline, as one says, that I did have a mod where Pam was hot. Oh, hello. Ah, I'm so sick of preparing these samples. Oh no. The whole sample is ruined. Harvey's going to kill me. Felica, what should I do? Tell Harvey it was an accident. You're right. I should just tell him the truth. What happened? I heard something break. I accidentally dropped one of the samples. I'm so sorry. Thanks for telling me the truth, Maru. Don't worry about the sample. We'll just get another one. Thanks for being patient with me, Dr. Harvey. Of course, you've been a big help around here. I don't know what I'd do without you. Felica, you look a little pale. Are you feeling okay? Everyone's afraid of the doctor. Oh, hello. Hope Alex's check-ins today. Interesting. Whoa, I'm starting to get dizzy. Is Marnie not already hot? No, we did a hot Pam mod. I think we actually did a mod that made like all the women more fan servicey. And then I think we also made it where we can date every woman at the same time. And then also a harem mod. And then I think we also really went for Caroline, which we'll probably do again later. Actually, my friend Flora did started a stream series recently that is essentially playing Stardew, but in a super heavily, and I mean super heavily modded state. Like, I think there's like over... I don't know how many mods there are. I want to say like over 400 or something. I don't remember the specifics. It's either 100 or 400. I don't know what the difference is there. So yeah, she is doing a whole playthrough of like just a super modded part, which I also like did attempt like way back when. One of the farms on the same file is just a super heavily modded run. But I was thinking like if we ever want to do all items again, but in a whole modded state with all of like the most interesting mods that I feel like I could find, I would be so down. Is luck just awful today? It probably is. Seems like it. Yeah. No, once again, there's a lot of ideas that are in art play. And I was talking, so yesterday, I was going to say this, but I totally forgot. I was on Pasta's stream, Pasta Plumber 9000. Fantastic friend. They also stream quite a bit. They only stream 3 times a day, or 3 times a day, excuse me, 3 times a week. And they've been playing Dead by Daylight, Repo, and they're actually doing a run through of FNAF Into the Pit, which I think is I think it's like the 2D version or something of FNAF. Like it's supposed to be a really good game. But yeah, so they've been streaming that. But yesterday they were streaming DBD, and I wanted to take a break from all my stuff to kind of join in on with them and see what was going on. First off, games. Wow, we had some real interesting DBD games, that's for sure. I wouldn't say that there were like bad killers. It was more of a sense that like we just kept running into survivors who would be like, this is great, and then just not do much. There was one game where like it was against a Sadako, the Onryo, and I could tell that Pasta was getting frustrated about like the Onryo, and I had to point out that like the Onryo actually played incredibly fair, and frankly like it just sucks that the builds that we both ran kind of got screwed over by just the build that they brought, and like that's just how the game goes, you know. There's no big deal there. That being said though, our 2 teammates did nothing. Like so much nothing that while it felt like the game was like way worse than it was more the fact that like I was running a build that was just making generators like fly by. But we couldn't use like all of it because the frickin' teammates just were making some strange plays. I think the thing that really like made me irate was I mean we were in the game, we were doing all right, and then they kept saving off the hook immediately, so people were just taking hits, and it was just not a good time. But like that was like most of the games. But after the fact, Boss and I were like kind of spitballing some ideas that we had. And I'm actually like, I'm interested to see what their ideas are, like how they, sorry, not what they are, because I know what they are. Not going to spoil anything for them, obviously, but I did give some like constructive criticism for the ideas, because while the ideas are something like right up my alley, and I like fully support like those ideas. There was an idea too that was like, this is something that's already been done before. It's been done before numerous times at such high levels. So what's the spin that we can put on it, you know, to make it more unique? And they're just, you know, we were going back and forth on it for a bit there, so I think they have some pretty decent criticism there for what to do. And then my ideas are everywhere. What up, Atlantis? How's it going? I don't know what it looks like kanji is like the first thing that you put. So I don't know what that means. Yeah, I did have a wow, luck today must be terrible. We're gonna break every single rock. Floor 78. Floor 78. But yes, hello. There we go. You know, we'll just go down because this will be to the gold floor. Yeah. And you doing good. Chilling, can't complain. I mean, I can complain a little bit because I was sick this morning. Like, I was not feeling well at all. But I'm feeling a lot better right now, so. Yeah. I got quite a bit done yesterday, and I do have, I have some great ideas in the works. Just need the time. Cry, what'd you say? You only watch vanilla, really? I have no idea how to click out of Stardew. It's heavily edited. And that's fair, you know, modded Stardew is not for everybody. I get it. I get it. There's my thought process when it comes to modded games is a lot of the time, not every time, but a lot of the time modded games can be a lot more interesting because it's doing things outside the realm of what you expect, right? Like, sure, not every single person's gonna be like completely on board with it, but, and you know, it's not even probably in the developers like main idea of like what they wanted to do. That all being said, though, excuse me. This is what happens when you don't have an energy drink in you for weeks on end. Your energy starts tanking. Yeah, mods can be like super creative, and once again, there's like Ridgeside, Escarp that's in Stardew that's like really, really cool. But then you have ones that's like, turn this person into Shrek. And it's like, that's, I guess, funny, but doesn't really do much of anything. And some people will live and die by like those like funny mods. For me, it's never ever appealed to me. Thanks for the stone, George. It's not gonna do anything, but okay. Oh, I have mushrooms I still need to check. Yeah, I probably should deal with that. Question. Is my game glitched? Or is there something, is there a mechanic I'm missing? Like, correct me if I'm wrong, Stardew Valley, professionals that are in chat, but are hops really supposed to grow every single day? Like, I don't feel like hops are supposed to grow every single day. I mean, if they do, cool. Like, we can use them. But I didn't think that hops grew every single day. Shh, just take the W. They produce every day. Okay. I just wanted to be sure that I didn't mess something up or anything, because that just seemed a little wild to me. It takes 11 days to grow, then produce daily. Okay. Cool. Good to know. Good to know. What are we looking at here, skill-wise? Combat, mining. We could get to the bottom. Interesting. Don't I have a gold bar? This 15 hardwood, and then what else? 50 fiber. Worm bin? Deluxe worm bin. We'll just put this like right here for now. I wasn't expecting that to work, actually. Deluxe worm bin. So, hold on. I don't think I have it yet. Hydrate, about time. My empty water bottle just fell. Where did it go? In the fucking worst spot. Ah! My glasses are falling off. All right, there we go. There's your hydrate. Okay. I think that it's fishing time. The struggle is real. It really is. Okay, deluxe. What do we do to make deluxe bait? 5 baits and 2 moss. Man, they really like moss, don't they? I might just buy it. Well, hold on. I need to make 5 anyway. I need to make 5 anyway from what's his nuts. So we'll do 10 and then 20. I have a lot of moss. So let's go make baits. And then deluxe baits. Make DIY. Cool. Deluxe bait has been made. DIY. We have crafted 15 different recipes. Hooray. Alright, surprisingly, we have not upgraded our house, nor have we donated 40 items to the museum yet. Ooh. Alright, awesome. Make a bait barrel. It's so much cheaper. A bait barrel. Then make bait barrel into deluxe baits. I don't think I have a bait barrel. I mean, I do need to craft everything once anyway. So, like, that was going to have to happen anyway. A bait barrel. Let's see. There is no bait barrel? Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a thing called a bait barrel. So there's baits. What up, Soups? You do the green one? Yeah, the deluxe worm bin? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, that's what I put up here. Yeah, that's what's up here right now. I already made it. I was looking for something else though, but I mean I needed to make the actual deluxe bait by hand anyway. So you're on land and started. No, you're good. You're good. Let me check one other thing before I go downstairs because I have to do laundry real quick. Automation. Okay. That's what I figured. Damn. So what I was thinking, by the way, is I was hoping that there was a, because I know there's the automate mod, which we used a lot in the past. So the way the automate mod worked is we could put something like a chest right next to that, to the worm bin, and it would just start filling the chest with the worms. But there's only hoppers in this game, which we would use to like put stuff in the whatever it's called. We would use the hoppers to like, we can put stuff into the crafting machines. We just won't be able to take them out. Like, we have to do it manually. So what in the balls are you? Trout Derby this weekend, December 20th and 21st. Come prove your freshwater skills and win prizes. Any personal items found near this sign will be sent to the lost and found. Okay. Well, I am an avid fisherman, so we should be fine. Hello, Jazz. Okay, let me drop this off to Haley. We're probably having a scene with Emily right now, right? Or Haley. Ugh, I always clean under the cushions. It's your turn this week. You're being childish, Haley. I do the vast majority of work in this house, and you know it. Oh, it's that new girl from the farm. Hey, I've been here for a while. She has a name, you know. Hey, but you'll understand my point of view here. What's up? I'm really sorry to involve you in this, Volika. Haley is complaining because I asked her to clean under the cushions. Only because I cleaned them last week. Haley, why not have this be your one weekly job? All right, you win. I guess this could be my job every week. Then there won't be any reason to argue over this. Hooray! Thanks, Volika. That was a great solution. Please don't kick. Oh, we're back. I just can't get this jar open. Moved on to the next one. The next scene. Hello, I got muscles. Oh, it's you, Volika, right? Yeah. Say, you're pretty strong, aren't you? Yes, I am. Great. Then you shouldn't have any problem opening this jar for me. Hey, you did it. You're stronger than you look. Thanks. No problem. Now we're going to have a third scene. Yeah, it's Emily's scene. Go figure. Go figure. How many scenes can a single game have? Man, Emily, I don't think you were sleeping up there before. I feel like you were somewhere else. Crazy. Omni Moya Moya I appear. I'm magical. Why are you here? I am magical. Don't you see my hat? I'm a leprechaun. Anyway, sorry, what? That reminded me of something. Even the tiniest, blandest, simplest light holds a wonderful secret. Now I know why you're here. It's a sign. I feel sad. Volika, there's something special about Volika. Our destinies will intersect. Cool. Haley, I hear you wanted an aquamarine. There you go. You're welcome. Apparently you need to leave the house. Ah, another beautiful day in Pelican Town. Oh, there's been 4 seeds in this one house. Hello, birdies. Hello. My friends. Mis amigos. Oh, black. Oh, hit the window. Oh no, you poor thing. Your wing's broken. Oh, you're a bit different than the others, aren't you? Just like me. Don't worry, I'll nurse you back to health, little one. Everything will be all right. Emily took the injured parrot into her home and bandaged the wing. He's all set up in her room, but as a token of respect, she didn't give the bird a name. Hooray. 4 scenes in one house. Crazy. All right. Let me just go over here real quick. You need a corp for a taco you're making. Got it. I'll make that later. It's locked till 12. Okay, well, we'll get Joja Cola then later. Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum. Nautilus shell. Popular. Wanna be popular. It's not about who you are, your fancy car. All you wanna do is swim. Sorry. So, fun fact, before I have to go downstairs real quick, because now it's been an hour and hopefully my laundry's not pissing anyone off. Because as that happens. I still have never seen, it's Wicked, right? It's Wicked that's from. And I only know that because Mika sings that song with Ariana Grande. And I'm a big fan of Mika. He's got some great music. All right, I'm going to be right back real quick. I got to go do laundry. So be right back in like 3 minutes. Bye. I go downstairs for 2 seconds. Obviously not 2 seconds, but like short amount of time. Immediately start sneezing. That's why I just don't like going downstairs at all. It's horrible. Why am I drinking this? I need to drink this first. I can't leave this room without sneezing. It's awful. It's the entire reason why I've been sick. With like allergies, like it's just awful. I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day, but like, also, I'm really starting to think that this family doesn't understand the concept of clearing off the lint tray. But not only that, but like, I don't know how to explain it. I really, really don't. Like I'll go like, I'd never want to like step on the toes of my family with like, in regards to laundry. Like I've had laundry like building up, but I have so much like excess clothes that luckily I've had like stuff to wear every single day that's clean. But I think it's been like 2 weeks or something since I've been able to actually do laundry because of, you know, them having like different days, and some people are like, oh, I only do laundry on this day, and then they do it for like 3 days. So something like ridiculous like that. And so like I've finally noticed no one's home. I can do laundry myself. It should be fine. And like the lint trays just filled with shit. The bottom of the washer has like a whole bunch of stuff on it for some reason. So I had to clean that up. And I'm just like standing there like, the way that I remember how to do it when you're in when I was living in Washington is like once you take your clothes out of the dryer, like that's when you take the lint out. And then also if there's anything that's like disgusting from the wash that is from your wash, you got to clean it up. So I don't know, I'm trying to get like 3 loads done before I leave. So did you use a spoon? No, we're not going back through that, Blossy. No, I didn't have to break my arm. For those who do not know what Blossy's referring to, back when I lived with Doge, our going back to the spoon incident, I was trying to fix the washer and the dryer, and they were like really, really old, and it was like super, super dirty. So I was trying to clean it up and fix it, but I didn't have any way to like reach my arm all the way down there. So I grabbed a spoon to try to like scoop out the lint and scoop out like all the stuff that was just disgusting down there, because I was worried of it like starting a fire because of how like backed up it was. But then I dropped the spoon. So then without thinking, I just shoved my entire arm into the crevice of the dryer, completely cutting my arm and like causing a lot of pain for a while. To the point where I did then eventually open up the dryer, trying to figure out what more was wrong with it, and then realized that I dismantled the dryer without recalling how to put it back together. So by the time Doge and Allie got home, which I think was like another day or two, because I think they were at a rave, they just had a dismantled dryer. So we all pitched in to They paid for it, and then I did some extra payments for the new washer and dryer because it was going to be theirs like forever moving forward. And they got like some really high-tech ones that are like really, really good, which is insane to me in a different aspect because oops, come on. So the washer and dryer in my parents' house that I'm living in right now, right? Like they are like, it looks high tech, like hella high tech, right? And apparently this washer and dryer, like water gets backed up into some parts of it. The lint gets like clogged a bunch, but I don't think the lint is the dryer's fault. I think it's user error. Like there's apparently so many issues. So like there's just been complaint after complaint that they have about this washer and dryer. And I'm just standing there just like, Doge, Ellie and I had a really simple, easy dryer. Made a whole lot of sense. And you're telling me that this is fine. So. See, in soups, that's like the thing you're supposed to do. Like Doge, I was always told by my family that you have to do it like when you're putting your own, like it doesn't matter if you take your clothes out. It's like if you're putting clothes in, you're the one that's responsible. But Doge was like, no, that's dumb. Like once you take your clothes out, it's the lint is from your clothes. So you should, you know, take care of it rather than having like somebody else do it because it's not part of their clothes. And that made more sense to me. So like, that's what I've been doing. But once again, Doge has very quickly taught me that a lot of what my parents have taught me from, which is very little to be fair, a lot of what I've been taught has been like mostly wrong, I guess. Like there was a whole thing where I always refused to put bowls and stuff. Wow, dude, this fish is crazy. Damn pufferfish. I always refused to put bowls and stuff on the bottom part of a dishwasher because I was always told bowls always had to go to the top and plates and stuff always on the bottom. You could not like mix and match them or anything like that. And he's just like, no, like they can go wherever. You just got to make sure like they're can be placed properly. Let me just see. Every time you take out from the dryer, that's, yeah, no, that makes sense to me, right? I thought it was a monthly thing, or no? Yeah, no, you need to take it, like you need to always take out the lint. Have fun, cry, enjoy that. Snow White, fun times. Now, something else I've learned is that no one in this household seems to remember how to do things properly. I feel like I don't know the best way to explain it. So something else with the washer and dryers, there's like a whole bunch of settings, and in Washington, it was super easy because like you just turn the dial and it was like normal, or if you're doing bedding, or like it would actually like say like if this is what you just put in, like this is the option you should choose, or you should do this. Like pretty set in stone, cut and dry. This one has like, you know, it's just a dial, but it has like a whole bunch of options, like, you know, quick dry, sanitize, bedding, all that sort of stuff. But it doesn't tell you like how much it does or like what it exactly does. So why is this a problem? So I think it was like the third or fourth time I tried doing laundry here. I hit normal dry, lint's clear and everything. There's not that much that's in the dryer, and I am realizing that it is still wet. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just clear the lint again, dry it again. Second time, does not dry. I'm like, okay, is there something wrong? So like me, Strawby, and then my dad, we go out to check like the vents and everything to see if there's like a clog. And there's like a little bit of lint that's like clogged because it's apparently like snakes around part of the house. So like that was something that like had to be taken care of, but like it wasn't that bad. So my dad was like confused. So he saw what I did, and this was my mom's instructions, which was like, you just hit normal, make sure the lint is clear, you hit normal, and then you're done. And he's like, no, that's not how this works. You always have to hit sanitize, because then it actually, you know, dries your clothes. It's, if you hit anything else, it's not going to dry it. I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense. It's like, yeah, no, even for bedding, you have to hit this. Like, it's the only option that dries. All the other options don't do much. And you'd have to run it like 4 or 5 times for it to actually dry. So what's the point of the other options, first off? And second off, why was I told to do normal? And then immediately everyone's tone is like, oh, actually, you're supposed to do sanitize. And then I'm like, okay, well, there's a sanitize button on the washer. So like, do I need to hit sanitize there? It's like, no, just hit normal on that one. I'm like, okay, but why did I have to sanitize for drying? And sanitize usually feels like they're adding like additional chemicals or something to it. But no, it's just the best drying option. No, because what the fuck is the sanitize option? Was the difference between sanitize everything else which already cleans your clothes? That's what I'm saying. Well then, so because they banned soda and most energy drinks in this house, the only one who has energy drinks is my dad, and he very reluctantly will let me drink an energy drink from him. So once again, once I have more money that I can do my own groceries, I'm going to be getting some Monster, because that would be really nice. Like, I need my energy drinks. I'm addicted. I don't care. It's, you know, that is how it is. Like, I just give me my energy drinks, everything will be fine. Anyway, so they have this, like, I don't know what it's called. It's this like powder that you mix with water. Yeah, it's like a powder that you mix with water, and it's kind of like Propel, if you know what that is, like the flavored water that used to be a thing. I think it still is. It's just super expensive. But this one's supposed to like give you energy and is like mostly used for workouts, but it's mostly just kind of like an energy supplement sort of thing. I think it's called like amino energy or something. I don't know what like it's specifically called, but my mom's like, oh, like this is what you can use. That's going to be what gives you energy. And she's like, okay, so you do this, you put the powder in, and then you get the water from the fridge. For the longest time, they used to have like those gallon water like coolers that they would use to like you would get fresh water from, but they're like, no, just take the water from the fridge. And I was told by my mother specifically to take the water from the fridge for this like amino energy, whatever sort of thing. Okay. So I do that, and frankly, like, I have no idea. I don't think it's Bloom. You have sanitize and dishwasher? I do have sanitize and dishwasher too, so I don't know why it's on this dryer. I just, you know, I'm not questioning it at this rate. But anyway, so I put like the water in, and like it doesn't taste great, but like it's all right, I guess. And you know, 2 weeks later, one of my brothers like sees me taking water from the fridge. He's like, why are you using the disgusting water? I was like, because that's what I was told to take from the fridge. And like, no, that water is like actually disgusting. Like, it's not going through like the ossifier or whatever thing that they have. So you need to be taking it from like this part of the sink, because this part of the sink, like, it cleans it and so on. Okay, very true. that water is significantly better. It's actual like drinking water. Question, why was I told the fridge? And then I go talk to my mother about it, being like, hey, question, why'd you have me take the shitty water from the fridge and not the actual good, clean water? It's like, no, I of course told you to take it from the sink. I'm like, no, you didn't. You very clearly did not. It's like, man, no one in this house can keep track of what they're saying. I need to go find Sam. What's the likelihood that Sam is actually just home? Pam's gonna be in here, right? Sam? I got distracted by fishing. Hold on. He's asleep. We missed Sam's birthday. That's fine. That's what it is. I don't care. Good job, team. Carp is... Sorry, I just need to double check. Fish. Powder chip for energy, yeah. Oh, well. I really actually don't. Like, Sam's cool. If we miss a birthday, we miss a birthday. It's not the end of the world. I just need a single carp and we should be good. Dude, somebody's opening and closing the garage. Like, it's opened and closed like 3 or 4 times. This, like, today. Or, sorry, today, excuse me. In the past, like, 10, 15 minutes. Also, I am very surprised that I have not been asked to go downstairs yet today. Like, yeah, I went downstairs to, Okay, we'll have to come back here later. No, I went downstairs to, you know, do, like, laundry and stuff, but I was expecting to be asked to go downstairs so I can fix the mirrors on my car. Like, I thought that was going to be something I'm doing today. And yet, not a thing. Also, it just dawned on me that I have not checked the mushroom area. I need 1 pufferfish. So you stay there. Bear strawberry. I prefer grape personally. Chanterelle. Chanterelle. Hello, kitty. Alright. Fish are worth 50% more. Let's do it. I don't really care too much about treasure. There we go. That's the money we're looking for. That is the money we are looking for. I think that... Grape flavor, execute him. What did I do? Chat, I'm being admonished by Blasi. Ooh, excuse me. The only thing you like kiwi in? No, kiwi purple is really good though. Why am I, what's wrong with grape? I like grapes. All right. I feel like I need blueberries for some reason. Call it a hunch, so I'm going to keep the blueberries. All right, we're going to catch a carp. And then I'm also going to go down. Oh, how much do we need for the big shed? Hold on. It's 20,000. Dang. Okay. Oh, you have to build a shed first and then you can build the big shed. That makes more sense. The issue, though, is that I need... Please organize your chests. They'll be organized in the future. I'm kind of not paying attention too much to the community center. I never really do. It's like, oh yeah, oh, I already have a pufferfish. Well, congratulations, pufferfish. You can just stay down there then for the time being. One of these opens the mine carts. Which one is it? Blacksmith bundle, fire quartz, those ones. Okay. Yeah, we could do this then. Quartz, earth crystal, frozen tear, and fire quartz. That shouldn't be that bad. And then I just need a gold bar. Okay. Robin, why? Robin, why? I need to talk to you, girl. Please. All right, anyway. You believe it's the blacksmith? I thought Robin sells the bigger chests. Also, I'm not crazy. Carp are just up here, right? Why is there a fish being brutal up here? He's a sturgeon! You were talking about the minecarts? Oh. Well, we can make this work. So. Oop, hold on. There's this. We'll grab this. Also, the legend. What is the specifics for the legend? I know it's right here because you have to try to get perfect to get to that log for the legend. Does it have to be, is it raining for the legend, or do I just need to be level 10? Gerp. Here's a gold carp for you, Linus. I don't need to really head back. We're just gonna go. Okay, so fire quartz is the big thing. Yeah, we could do this. This should be fine. And then well, there's fire quartz. You should give me the void essence. Perfect. So void essence has been gotten. Fire quartz has been gotten. I do need a frozen tear. And then I need 20, preferably 20 of these. Cave carrots. So I'll probably get to 85, and then I need to look for frozen tears. Anyone know offhand the best floors to check for frozen tears? I know it's like the icy floors, but... Dude, little helmet dudes. I love little helmet dudes. They're great. They look so adorable. They're gonna kick your ass 10 ways to Sunday, but... But they give us the solar essences. Of course, should be fun. Like 45. Yeah, I know I end up having like a bunch of them because I always have crystallariums like work on them. Like I always have crystallariums duplicating every gem once. Fire quartz. All right, just need a little bit more gold and then we should be okay. Okay, this weapon is so much better than the Neptune's. All right, we got enough. 85. Anything down here that's important? Nope. All right, cool. Let's go to 45. Seems like a good one. We'll take Soups' advice. 45. Got a mystery box. Got a jade. Looking for frozen tears. Guess also irons too. Good too. Apparently today's mystery box day. Got a sheer ludicrous number of mystery boxes. Also, we're gonna run out of salmon berries soon. My salmon berry harvest, no. Oh, my salmon berries were gonna be so good. Omni geodes are not that bad. Well, there's quartz. I'm gonna need an earth crystal at some point. You know what? Need mixed seeds. Let's grab the quartz. There's a frozen tier. Okay, hold on. We did get frozen tier, so get rid of this. Grab this. Run. Leave the mine. Okay, we're gonna do this, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go like boom, 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 and then put those up there. Okay, the big question is, do I have an earth crystal somewhere? We have 1 solar essence, 1 void essence. Once I get back at, like, we're gonna run down, check to see what we got, and then run back up. So it really just depends on if I have an earth crystal somewhere or not. What do we think? Did Kit remember to save an earth crystal somewhere? Nero, why are you jumping, buddy? And Kit's got an earth crystal. Boom, 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 boom. We got the quartz. We got, well, let's hold on. Let's just throw everything in here first. Just to clear up the chest space. These. All right, so fire quartz. Go right there. So we got quartz, earth crystal. Apparently, I already had a frozen tier somewhere. Already had a frozen tier. Cool. These two done. I should have a iron bar somewhere. Right there. Should have a copper bar somewhere. Right there. So just need a gold bar. Those two done. Bum 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 done. Done. All right, cool. Let's head on back. And then we can get mine carts, and then I don't have to worry about running around everywhere for the rest of my life. Now, maybe, just maybe, I should get ice cream for Demetrius for his birthday tomorrow. But that requires forward thinking. Well, these will finish eventually. I guess I'll go check. Ooh, hello. Let's see what's going on. This gold will be done eventually, right, chat? Listen, I believe. I believe. No. Soupsy said that at the wrong time. Blossy also said that at the wrong time. Oop. We head on back. Heading on back. Heading on back. I was about to just go straight back to Pierre's store and being like, this is where I put these. No, let's get the mine carts. Boiler room. Here, 1, 2, 3. Bundle complete. What do we get? A furnace. Boom, boom. What do we get? A ring that we already have. Boom, 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 boom. What do we get? Omni Geodes. They're all so excited. We are the Jamanamanamanamanos, keepers of the forest. Let's go. Boiler room is done. I'm walking. Help, I can't stop running. This one's just donating money, right? Oh, this repairs the bus. Sure. 3 chocolate cakes? Perfect. There's our first star. Nice. I forgot that the safe repairs the bus. All right. I'm pretty much now at the point where I need to prepare for fall. So I just want to check something. Now I gotta go over here real quick. 25 clean otters listed cordially. Let me just do a little bit of this. That's caps lock. That's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, I had a feeling. Okay. Got it. Kit's got an idea. Who's ready for Kit to have an idea as the mine carts are fixed? All right, it is time for the gold grind. We also need to go to Robin and be like, hey, yo, girl. That's right, that's a red cabbage. That's why I grew that. Okay. So the goal right now is we're preparing for fall. And the reason we're preparing for fall right now is because I am planning, while I do want specific like sprinklers long term, there is something we could do with some other sprinklers. So I want to start getting the sprinklers like all set up moving forward. So I think the next few days are going to be really just a full send of, hey, we're going to go, we're just going to go mining. We're going to get gold, iron. So how much quartz do we have right now? 44? Okay. So we need more furnaces, essentially. That's something else that we need to consider. 20 copper, 25 stone. So I need quartz. Here's the other question, though. You know what? I actually want to put stone over there, too. More quartz. Refined quartz can go over there. There is like a bigger furnace or something, right? I think I did see that there was a bigger furnace that we can get somewhere. Okay. So let me go to Clint's shop first. To town. He's not going to be open. To the mines. Okay. Here. Okay. So I need... I mostly just need gold. Let's just get to the bottom of the mines. I feel like that's just going to be the best idea moving forward, is just get to the bottom of the mines. Go from there. We could upgrade our pick as well, but I think the better idea is getting enough sprinklers so we can start like really automating our farming once we get close to once fall happens. Winter, obviously not much is going to happen, but we should be able to just fish endlessly, and that should just give us a whole bunch of money. I really am just trying to rush through the end of year one. The other reason for rushing through year one is because that's going to be when Kent shows up. And that means that by that point we should have like every villager, so I can then just like focus on a small sample size rather than large. Oh wait, is the ice cream stall open today? I need to buy ice cream for Demetrius. What is the likelihood that the ice cream stall is open? What's wrong with mint chocolate chip? I feel attacked. Tastes like ass. I mean, Rainbow Sherbet's still really, really good, though. I'd like to go down, please. Thank you. You know what? Actually, I also wanted to check something here real fast. Sorry. Nope, that's not it. That's so weird. Sorry, there was something I noticed like earlier. And it just didn't. I wouldn't say it like didn't stick well with me. Hello, shadow friend. Don't you dare. I know what you are capable of. Them's fighting words. Them is fighting words. Okay, the plus side, attacking things is not, doesn't. Ow. Less defense. That's fine. Screw it. We're attacking all of them. You think you can get me with that, buddy? Ain't no way. I got a holy blade. Crusader. What the heck does Crusader do? Awesome. We have a blade that has the Crusader power. I don't know what that means. Obsidian Edge. 30 to 45. I mean, it has crit powers. Like, Obsidian Edge should be better. What? What? Huh? What does Crusader do? Alex is here! Alex! Alex! Thank you for the ice cream, Alex. Okay, upgrade tools. It is 10,000. Okay, that's what I figured. Shop. Excuse me. And you just don't sell too much interesting. Got it. Demetrius, I hear it's your birthday. I have a surprise for you. Mr. Demetrius. Listen, everyone's entitled to their favorite stuff. No fighting. I didn't mean to stab you, Demetrius. I'm so sorry. Anyway, hi. I'd like to shop. I'd like the big chest, please. Big chest. Oh my gosh, you have so many recipes. Okay. Construct farm buildings. Just want to see. So this is the shed, 15k. Yeah. And then can't do the other one until we upgrade. Okay. Stab Demetrius again. What? I zoned out. I I went to the spa. I was like, I'm gonna get my energy to max, and then I literally just had a spa moment. I literally just like was like, yeah, you know what? This is gonna be relaxing. I'm just gonna chill here, and I feel so relaxed. I just want to sit in the spa and just have a great time. Yet I am sitting behind a computer screen, you know, relaxing in a spa in a video game. But for some reason, my brain was just like, yes, I'm legitimately in a spa right now. Let me just relax for the next like hour. It's just reminding me I want to go back to having a hot tub. It was like a really, really old house that I had. That's a golden slime. A really, really old house that I had way back when. Had a hot tub. So, question chat, what's the Crusader power do? Does anyone know? Because I don't. I had a feeling that was the case. I was like, I remember that there's some crabs around here. Thank you. I was like, I need that crab. That crab is mine. Give me the crab. The crab is mine. You know what? I get the feeling based on like the damage numbers, I'm assuming that it does more damage to anything that's dark. That's what it feels like. Give me the jumping crab, please. Thank you. Give me the shrooms. Shroom. Combat. Shroom. Purple mushrooms are the good ones, right? Yeah, they are. Give me the crab. Give me the crab. Game does not want to give me crabs. It's all I ever wanted. You're all I ever wanted. Yeah. Rock your body. Yeah. Everybody. Yeah. Rock your body. Yeah. We are just chilling. Where is that place to go? So, how likely is it that this party hat that I just acquired is a rare item? What are the odds that I just happened to get a rare item and had completely no reaction to it yet again? What do we think, chat? How likely is it that Kit just did ridiculous things yet again? I don't want to say anything yet. I will look it up here in just a moment. I'm also going to look up what the Crusader power is because I don't know what that does. I'm yawning. It's almost like Kit's tired eternally. Go to sleep for the night. Fighter. Oh, shoot. That's a great question. Skills! Alright. What do we want to do for combat? Combat gives us either... That's farming, that's mining, that's experience, that's fishing. Okay, and that's combat. Cool. Oh, we should just take fighter. Literally, it's not... The critical strike chance is like... Feels like it's worthless. Yeah, we should just do more damage. Mining proficiency, a bomb! Hooray! I mean, we still just have to keep going to work on that. Okay, hold on. I watered my cat. That's probably a bad thing. Crusader... Alright, Crusader. 50% more damage to mummies, ghosts, skeletons, and void spirits. Allows killing mummies without the use of bombs. That's actually super useful. Cool. Party hat. I got a blue party hat. Apparently there's different colors. That's cool. Just says that there's a small chance and can be tailored. So nothing too exciting. Saturday. I wanted to say thanks for taking interest in my work. Here's a cooking recipe that I like. It's fried mushrooms. Hello, sorry I'm not good at red and glitters. Made one metal bar too many. I thought you might need it. Clint the blacksmith. Thank you. Welcome. Gathering data on the correlation between soil alkalinity and crop fructose levels. Long story short, I need a fresh melon from your farm. If you brought me one, I'd be very grateful. Demetrius. Aw, man, I got one for you on the fucking fly. It is... Oh, wait, there's that trout derby today, isn't there? Hold on. What's the trout derby? I don't know what the trout derby is. I just know that there's a trout derby today. What's a trout derby? Am I just catching a whole bunch of trout? Am I questioning all my life choices up until this point? So, but what is it? Is it just getting a whole bunch of fish or something? Because if I need to do it, I'll do it. You don't know? Cool. Crop research. Demetrius needs a melon. Pam needs something. Oh, I wanted to do the thing. Hold on. I read about a thing. 99 stone. Well, I'll do the thing momentarily. Modded 3DS. Someone made a port of the PS4 version of Aria 1. Nice. Mines. Alright, I wanted to see if this thing is true that I have read. And if it is, this is hilarious. And if it's not, then Kit's been had. But are we really surprised? Okay, so a staircase. Which I can mark off the list that we have made a staircase. Also, a farmer's lunch, last I checked, is not a... is a recipe, not a crafting thing. Alright, go into the town. You making refined quartz? I am. Where'd my melon go? You like the kit sus amount? Didn't I have a melon? Oh, because it's right there. Okay, there's more melons over there. All right. Oh, that's right. I never decided to grow a tomato because I'm dumb. MB. That's a good one. So I'm gonna choose myself another stream. It's true. Very, very true. All right, so we're gonna do the first things first, just because I need to see if this is, if I can do this now. Hello. Don't mind me. You don't see anything. I had a feeling. You found the lucky purple shorts. Better return it to Lewis. Hi. That's a lot of damage. Okay, cool. Hi. Hi, don't attack me again. Please stop. That's mean. Lewis, I found your shorts. I don't think you lost them, Lewis. Let it be known. Let it be known, Chad. I don't think Lewis lost his shorts. I have reason to doubt that he lost the short. Try to keep the other fish alive. 4 rainbow trout. We keep the fish. Okay. Trout derby, trout derby. Well, that's fine. He has 2? Oh, you think he only has 2? Well, it's a good thing that the trout derby's going on. Hello, Willie. Marnie. Oh, Shane's drunk. Shane? Oh dear. Shimar's a twin. Twin bar is pretty good. Twix, sorry. Volca, can you do something? He's out cold. Don't worry, I somehow have my secret watering can shoved up somewhere. Shane, what's the matter with you? All you do anymore is mope around your room and drink beer. You wouldn't understand. I'm worried. What's your plan? Don't you ever think about the future? Plan? Hopefully I won't be around long enough to need a plan. Jazz. I'm sorry. The shorts are gone. Oh my gosh. The shorts are legitimately gone. Alright, that's fine. Who in the heck are y'all? Fishing sisters. We're the famous fishing sisters. We'll fish as many fish as we wish. Nah. I know it's not a competition, but still, whoever gets the most tags will have bragging rights for the rest of the year. Of course, some guy shows up wearing the same outfit as me. How embarrassing. I think I'm a little overdressed for this event. I came all the way from Grampleton for this. Explanation. During this event, Vapor Shop have a chance of carrying a golden tag. If you find one, turn it in here for a prize. Seems like you don't have any golden tags. Okay. Oh, now this is the life. Nothing's more tranquil than a day of trout fishing. Hey, luck, most of the bites I'm getting are from the mosquitoes. Y'all just suck at fishing. Where I come from, they call me the Trout Man. Let's go, Trout Man. Alright, well, I guess I will fish right here. Willie's here too. Trout Man! How'd they get the tags on the fish, though? Did they just catch the fish and then just release them? I mean, the fishing sisters we did see got a trout, so... I'm a great fisher girl. Stop. Stop. Get back here, fish. That's a dorado. It's a dorado. Mastarado. Master Charlie. Anyway. Jump. Oh, that person felt a nibble. I like how Elliot's just watching, like, oh, look, trout. All right, I really need to make some food. They're like not in real life, but like, because we've only been just having the salmon berries. I just need to remember what like good food there would be. I guess energy tonics are usually good. And those you could just buy from, what's his face? Harvest McJarvis. Coffee I know speeds things up. Speeds you up. That's a rainbow trout with a golden tag! Alright, somebody else has just arrived home. No golden tag on that one. Dude, some of these people are getting bites. Troutman got a bite, but they didn't catch a trout. Velocity Troutman's letting us down. Currently, the red sister and I are the only two that have found a golden tag, or has caught a trout at least. Rainbow trout. That's another golden tag. Tell Troutman to lock the fuck in. Hey, yo, Troutman! Troutman! You better lock the fuck in. I got blossoms over here. You're telling me that you better lock in, otherwise I'm gonna throw this pike at you. That was a pike, by the way. River jelly. Hey, yo, Troutman! Troutman! Troutman, you better lock the fuck in. Meanwhile, that person who came from Grampleton, I want you to know all the Gramps live there. More pike. Oh, I was going to ask, because I saw this on Twitter earlier. Does anyone know like the full controversy of there's a game that I was like looking into, because I saw Easy Speezy made a video about like, you know, speed running the game. And it looked like pretty fun. It looks like just kind of like a weird, like relaxing sort of time. Which is like it's a library and like book sorting game where you have to like sort, I think it's like 4,000 books that are just on the ground in a library, like a wizard library. And the entire goal is just like sorting them. But I guess there was like some sort of controversy recently regarding like AI in the game. Does anyone know anything about that? Because I think what I read, and like I don't know the specifics, was that they disclosed that they used AI to no. They used AI to like fix some spelling mistakes or something, but then people found out that some of the titles for the books was generated using AI, and like some of the cover art, or I think, of the books or something. Which, you know, that we've already talked in length about, like the, you know, the stuff about AI and whatnot. But I watched like once again, I remember watching like Easy Speezy's video on the game, and was there really any like artwork in the game at all? Like I thought it was just books with titles on them. I didn't even think you could read the books. So yeah, I don't know the specifics of what was going on with it. See, nowadays I'm starting to get to the point where I'm like, do y'all think that companies just put like AI, like Gen AI into the games just to like get people looking at it and then apologize and then remove it, but they already had it on backup? I don't know. This might be pessimistic kid again talking about it, but like, I feel like there's times where, you know, a game's like found to be doing generative AI, like they're hiding it in their game, and then it comes to light, and then in less than like a day, they're like, oh yes, we've replaced all of it. Here's all the original artwork. It's like, okay, so you had like my take on it is like, oh, so you already had that like already prepared to do it. So you just put Gen AI in the game to get people talking about your game. Oh, look at they got a fish. Nice. Yeah, so they put that sort of stuff into the game just to get people talking about it, to get like the press, because all press is good press at the end of the day. And then they immediately switch it. So that way it appeases everybody and they're like, oh, look at how fast they did. That's a great company. Now we're going to support the game. And it's like, oh. Although it could be a good strat if companies did do that, but like big ass companies usually don't give a fuck and would ignore it unless it affected numbers. Grudgingly do so. That's the thing is like, once again, we've talked in length about like the Gen AI and like the bad parts about it, but the fact that companies will not give a shit about it at the end of the day. And people are like, oh, we got to speak up in order to and it's like, no, if the fact that even after all this time, it is still a problem, like people are still putting Gen AI and like generative AI in their games and still using it and such, like, I don't know, don't you think maybe companies just don't care? Like, that's really what I'm like thinking at the end of the day is I don't think companies really care if they're using AI or not. But take a nap, Soups. Talk to you later. Tent kit. Okay. Triple shot espresso. Quality sprinkler. Okay, you know what? The quality sprinkler is pretty good. All right, I'm going to look at this trout derby thing. Trout derby. No, like, you have the whole thing, corporations don't give a fuck. Exactly, Insomniac, exactly. Also, how's it going? You know, I know companies don't give a fuck. And, like, that, I feel like it applies both, like, indies and AAA. And for gaming, at least, specifically. But also in, like, real life, once again, I'm having so much struggle, like, trying to find a job. And I'm pretty sure just AI just combs through resumes and then just gets out whatever it doesn't like, right? Like, that's its whole thing. It does what it does. It sucks. What can you do? You just kind of have to grin and bear it, right? It's unfortunate. And yet there's always the talk of like, oh, you know, AI is super bad. We all are against AI. No more AI. And it feels like we're just the minority. It really does. There could be 1 million+ people who don't like AI and companies don't care because the people, there's still more than enough stupid people to buy products that like are just purely AI like bullshit. In a gaming sense, if a game's good, a game's good. If a game's bad, a game's bad. You're going to find trash in both aspects. You're going to find gold in both aspects. But there's just, yeah, no, companies don't care at the end of the day. So it feels like people are fighting a losing battle. I don't like to talk about AI like too much on stream and stuff, unless it just becomes like a relevant thing. This is just something like I was looking at the game and I was like, oh, you know what? I kind of want to play it. Like that looks interesting. And then found out about it. So I was just trying to learn a bit more. But it really just feels like a losing battle, right? Like there's so many people who are like, we need to take a stance against AI. I need to do this, need to do that. And I brought this up when we played RoboCop. Like there are people who have like made funny stuff about AI. Oh, I fed an AI 100 days worth of had it watch movies for 100 days and had it write a script. And this is the funny thing it came up with. Oh, remember Will Smith like trying to eat spaghetti? Look at how bad that is. But then now you see it and it's like, oh, now it actually looks like Will Smith is actually eating spaghetti. Oh man, the script that they made, you know, has a little bit of stuff here and there, but if a person goes in and edits a little bit, it's like, you won't be able to tell the difference. it sucks, but like that's the unfortunate reality that's happening. Um, I just want to live. There's a reason why. So my family's like always tried to get me into like looking into politics, looking into religion stuff. They aren't really super religious except for one of my brothers, and then my dad is like super big on the concept of politics. Okay. I don't know what the left is. I don't know what the right is. I don't know what a conservative is. I don't know what any of that stuff is. I know where a Republican and a Democrat is, and like that's the gist that I got, right? Like that's it. Because at the end of the day, like Insomniac, I'm pretty much the same as you. Is like I just want to live. I just want to live peacefully, live in my own little bubble, not have to worry about any of the crazy shit that happens anywhere else. Like if bad things happen around me, then yes, I'm going to have to deal with them. But for the time being, I just want to be peaceful, okay? There's some people who want to go out and be in politics to make the world a better place, and kudos to them. There's some people who want to go to war to protect people, and kudos to them. I can never do that. Right. But for me personally, I'm perfectly content just being one of those civilians who just sits on by, living quietly. Because I know my limitations, and this has been brought up on stream before, and this is something I always encourage people to think about, is know your own limitations at the end of the day. My limitations are the fact that I'm pretty damn good with playing games, reading, writing, and like office related stuff, and like medical, dental, like insurance. Like that's my forte, and like IT. But I couldn't go to war or anything like that. I couldn't be, I'm not smart enough to deal with politics. I'm not smart enough to be like a scientist or anything like that. I don't fit any of those, like, how do you progress humanity forward? You go into one of these boxes. It's like, no, I'm not smart enough to do any of that sort of stuff. Like, I get it. Some people are. Kudos to them. It's just not for me. But I'm the same way, like I said, Insomniac, where let me just live in my, like, peaceful little bubble, coexist with people. We're all human beings at the end of the day. And with AI, I love for AI to get, like, some restrictions and whatnot, and, you know, that way there's not just, like, slop and crap being, like, thrown around everywhere. And then we become too reliant, and then all of a sudden you get a whole you get Wall-E movie in real life, right? Where like everyone's like fat on a chair and just slowly like getting just like not doing anything. I'll get fat on a chair playing video games, sure, but I'm not gonna get like fat just having like AI like run my life, you know? But they don't care. Businesses don't care, and that's the society we live in right now, is businesses do not care at the end of the day. And it's fascinating to me that people still, in this day and age, are fully convinced that businesses do care. Like, they're like, yeah, they absolutely have to care. We buy their products. We do this, we do that. I'm like, that would be great. That would be absolutely fantastic if they did care. Guess what? How much of the population are completely stupid and like know nothing about what you're talking about? A very, very unfortunately large portion, right? Let's control find this movie. I mean, there's also iRobot, right? iRobot was something kind of like that. I don't watch too much movies, to be fair, so. I found this in the drawer somewhere. I thought you could use it. Energy tonic, Pam, you are a lifesaver. I ran out of bait at some point. That's weird. Bug meat. Because Willie's gonna be fishing, so I need to make my own bait. And then 40 moss. Worm bin would be cool, but... It's like the same thing I talked about when playing Dead by Daylight. It's just everyone... Actually, this is like a slightly different conversation than Dead by Daylight. Because this just might be a me thing. And I'm not, once again, I'm not like super religious or anything. Or like anything remote to that. But I am a big fan of the sorry, I'm just trying to see something. I just wanted to see. Is there anywhere to cook in? Yeah, okay, that's what I figured. Because there is the cookout kit that we can make, and then we can turn it into sashimi. So that would be interesting. Let me go do that real quick. My bad. Didn't mean to do that. No, sorry, what I was going to say is, I really like the story of, like Dante's Inferno, the Divine Comedy, as it were. And there is a lot that is discussed in that book. But then there's also like different sins, you know? There's a lot of different sins. You have, you know, you have the 9 circles of hell, and then you have like different sins based on that. Vices, virtues, what have you. And like I said, this might just be a kit thing. Relic shirt. Found a golden relic and I got the shirt to prove it. Good job, me. I feel like this is like a kid about to preach sort of situation. I'm so sorry. I feel like just people are way too prideful. Is that like too much to say? Like, it really feels like people are just really, really filled with pride constantly. And it's like a constant act that they are like above everybody. Once again, and it feels like that's a constant thing. It's like, oh, I know better than you. Ha 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 ha. Oh, you think you're smart? I am actually smarter. Ha 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 ha. And I'm just like, okay. But like, why though? Like, what's the point of trying to be all high and mighty? It's like not helping anybody. It's this general thing that it feels like everyone is so confident that they know what's best. And I don't think anyone does. That's just my take, though. That's just my take. I don't remember where the best place to put these crab pots are. Um, okay. Yeah, we'll put these right here. Five. There we go. I guess we'll probably just use up the rest of our salmon berries. Hmm. There are prior people and I don't. Yeah. I like to consider it like I get the reason for it because it was like for a very long time looked down upon, wasn't it? But I think just every day they should be proud of who they are. That's my take on it. But hey, like to each their own. If they like, I'll support the LGBT community absolutely. But that's an everyday thing. I don't need to do it just in the month of June, you know. But it's the same sort of thing I see with like Valentine's Day. It's like your significant other, you should show them the best every day, not just one day. It's just dawned on me that I need to put bait into this. Yeah, we'll just fish up here. That's my take. Everyone should be happy as they are. As long as it's not hurting anybody, every day is a day of celebration. Once again, it's the thing that I said. Just everyone's filled with... So, and I guess when I was talking about pride, I was meaning more like the sin version of it, right? Like... the fact that they're like, they all tout that they're high and mighty and that they are like the best of the best. Fuck everyone else, like sort of thing. It's like, oh, I take big pride in my work. Like that's more what I was meaning rather than like the month, just for clarification. But I think, you know, everyone's, maybe it's also be possibly forgetting that like June was like the month of it, but that pride is also more for like the LGBTQ plus stuff. So we'll head frenzy. Don't be afraid of it. It's fair. Willie, are you about to fish right on top of me? Looked like Willie was trying to fish right on top of me. That's weird. Man. Once again, to each their own. As long as people aren't hurting each other, be happy. Be happy. I don't remember the rest of the words of that song, to be honest. So. That's, wow, I really messed that up, but oh, we might be able to salvage it. We might be able to salvage it. Oh, we might be able to salvage. Oh, we are salvaging the fish. That was me just not paying any attention. That was all on me. This is my fishing spot. Listen, Willie, I'm sorry, but I need my golden tags. And I put some crab pots down here. Willie, I'm the best fisherman of the land. You don't know shit. Hold on, the legend. The legend can only be caught when it's raining, right? I guess I have other time I could do it, so it doesn't matter, but... It's like, wait, maybe I should try to catch the legend. But I also don't have a dressed spinner, so I'd probably want to hold off on that. No, I'm the best fisherman. At the end of the day, I just want people to be happy and just relax. That's my takeaway. I remember getting in trouble with the LGBTQ plus community though during when I streamed Cyberpunk way back when, which it's so funny that my Cyberpunk playthrough is a legitimate one of a kind playthrough that I don't think anyone else can really replicate. For reference's sake, I played the PS4 version, the one that got delisted like a day after it went on, but I purchased it on the opening day, and instead of getting the refund, I actually did a full playthrough of it. So, like I said, I think it's the only one of its kind that actually, you know, has all of the glitches and stuff that, you know, people have never really seen, because on the PC version, it got fixed pretty quickly, and then the PS5 version was a lot better. So, there's that. But when I was playing it, I remember... And I think I lost one of my mods over this because I was legitimately just trying to understand. And I guess the way that I was wording things just wasn't right. Because a lot of my community, which Cyberpunk 2077, the video game, the one made by the same team that made The Witcher. So I've also not seen Edge Runners, so I don't know anything about that. But, oh, what was it? I'm trying to remember the specific conversation that brought it up, because, like quite a large part of my community that's been, like, consistent has been LGBTQ plus. I feel like I always say that wrong, but I try. And, well, I'm just straight, like, you know, I've always tried to like learn more about it, just because I have a family who just is very much like against a lot of that sort of stuff, and against trans people, the whole 9 yards. I don't remember what started the conversation, but there was a conversation, I think it was around the fact of like, there were some games that were getting, like, I think they were getting like lower scores or something. I think they were getting like low scores because like there was the idea that people were like forcing like the trans agenda or something like that. So there was like games that were having a lot of trans characters in it, or like gay couples, this, that, and the other. And I think what I ended up saying was somewhere along the lines of, I don't know, one, why anyone would care, both positive or negative. And I also, like, it's a game, doesn't matter who is who. If the character's trans, if the character's gay, like, that doesn't matter to me. Like, I'll just play it. And I think, like, the conversation went to the fact that, like, it is a huge deal, especially for that community, because they're getting the actual representation, compared to somebody like me, where like most characters in games, like the protagonists tend to be like white straight characters. You don't really have like too many minorities, and you also don't have too many like different values and such. I think there was just a whole lot of back and forth about the fact that like it is really cool good for them. It's just, I don't think that should be a reason why the game should get higher points is because of how the character looks. It should be how they act. It should be part of the story. I think it was just this whole back and forth to where the person I was talking to just vehemently disagreed that like it should be a huge thing that the character was either like bi or gay or also trans in some way. And we got to this sort of argument about the fact that like the reason I wouldn't understand is because most game characters look like me anyway. I'm just like, no. Well, this is new. Combat Quarterly. Cool. Listen, I'm happy for them that they get the representation. I'm glad that things go well for them. And I guess my views changed to the point where, like, I understand that it is a huge deal. I mostly don't care about how a character looks or acts or anything. I'm never going to be one who makes one of those, like, really cursed characters and, like, a character creator. Like, I'm always going to try to make a character how I personally like it, right? You know, there's people who... And I think it goes in hand to what I talked about earlier with, like, modding, where I prefer modding in games a lot of the time, but I don't do, like, the silly ones. Like, oh, you're playing Left 4 Dead 2? The tank is actually Thomas the Tank Engine. And here's his music playing super, super loud where you can't hear shit because it's Thomas the Tank Engine. And I'm just like, I don't care about the silly stuff. Like, I want the game to be cool to me. I don't want it to really be silly. Then again, I'm also the one who puts in, like, Juliet Sterling and Hatsune Miku as, like, my characters. But also it's because those are characters that I like. And I guess maybe that falls hand in hand with it. But then you see, like, the Dark Souls, like, character creator, and it's like, ah, yes, I made the most cursed character that I'm going to play the entire game as. Look at Shrek the Fifth. It's like, okay. But, like, I really don't care. I don't know, maybe that's just too topical. Maybe it's because I live in my own little bubble that, like... It just never makes much sense to me. That being said, when I used to actually hang out with people, most of my friends, like IRL, were like either gay or trans. And hanging out with them was like great. It was always a fun time. That's also just them as a person. They didn't do anything like different or whatnot. It was just always a fun time. So, I don't know why I've like just sidetracked myself into this whole conversation, but I guess this is just where I'm at right now. My brain is just everywhere. You can play Soul games. I die instantly at the tutorial part. I love the Souls games because, like, I know people hate Souls-like games because, like, they're overdone and whatnot, and some people think that the game is too difficult. I think it's just, you have to... Here's what people need to realize with Souls games. And I think it's just something that's never talked about, maybe. I don't know, because I also just stay out of those circles. But if you're playing a Souls game or any sort of like old like NES game even too, there are people who are going to get the gameplay, understand what the game wants, and be able to survive and not have to die instantly like a whole bunch of other people do. And then you have people who are just never going to understand it, and that's okay. And that's the big thing. That is okay if you play Dark Souls and you can't get past the first boss. That's not something that you should be ashamed of. That's not something that you should like feel awful about. There's a large portion of people who will never be able to get past the first boss in Dark Souls 1, 2, or 3. Sekiro, fucking Stellar Blade, I guess you might consider like Nier Automata, the same thing. Like all those different games that are like Souls-like. There's some people who will never get past the tutorial. That is perfectly fine because not every game is made for every person, right? It's the thing that I've talked about with fighting games where I am so garbage at fighting games because we've talked about this when I played Dead by Daylight, is that my skill ceiling is a lot of people's skill floors. I just end up hitting the ceiling faster, so I can start off the game being a lot better than people, but then I become significantly worse the more times they practice while I stagnate. That's just how I function, and it sucks, but it is what it is, right? That all being said, Souls games, I understand to a T. I can beat so many of the bosses in Souls games, no issues whatsoever. I think the second time I fought Seath the Scaleless in Dark Souls 1, I was able to get the rare weapon from his tail. Like, you know, those games make sense to me. Those games I can rock, do well with, piece it together. I think the only one that gave me some issues was Demon Souls, and that's because I treated Demon Souls like a Dark Souls game when it was like the first, and there's a lot of different parts that you needed to consider. But not every game is made for every single person, and that is just a undeniable fact, I guess is the best way to put it. Yeah. It's definitely an undeniable fact there that not every game is made for everybody. And I think that's the big thing, is that this will be like kind of my last, like, maybe topical thing to say for the stream, because I guess that's my vibe today. But I think people need to be accepting of the fact that not everyone is going to see eye to eye with everything. Okay? Like, I feel like people get so hurt when it's like, you disagree with me? You're a terrible person. It's like, what? It's like, listen, I prefer waffles over pancakes, and now I'm the freaking devil. What? And like, it feels like that a lot lately. Once again, I'm just open-minded, so I'll just get flack 24/7. It is what it is. I just, you know, I'm not going to change me for being me. But I had a segue into this. I had a reason for saying this, and it just did not. It's not in my brain right now. Oh, because like I'm in the process, right, of having like content start getting rolled out onto YouTube and different ideas and stuff, and not every single idea is going to hit. Heck, this idea that's currently being worked on, which is getting every single item in Stardew, which is just an insane idea, and there's some caveats that, you know, that have to be talked about. Not everyone's going to like this. Not everyone's going to be like, you're not doing this correctly. You need to be doing that. You need to be doing that. And I'm down to listen to all feedback. But I feel like most people, if they're doing the same thing that I'm doing, and they like start getting that criticism, immediately they start crumbling. Feels like a lot of people just can't take any criticism. Like, I could get like maybe 3 years into Stardew, be almost done with like getting every single item, and then somebody like comes in after seeing the second video and being like, hey, like, this is actually going to be part of this. Like, you need to, like, you can't just not include this. You need to include this if you want to make it be actual every item. And I'll be like, oh, you know what? You're totally right. Or no, here's why I'm not doing that. And yeah, it's nice to have like an actual conversation about it. And I expect that from like every video I'm going to make. I think the big one that I'm expecting that from is when I eventually do True Adept for Dark by Daylight. Try that again. Dead by Daylight. Like, I really want to show off True Adept, and when that video series comes out, you know, there's going to be people who are like, but you didn't actually do this, or you didn't actually do that. And, you know, like I said, not everyone's going to see eye to eye on it, so. I was thinking, though, speaking of Dead by Daylight, so I talked about this briefly, I think Sunday. No, I didn't talk it on Sunday. I talked about it to Pasta on his stream. There is a challenge going around for Dead by Daylight. I think it's just called the Hardcore Survivor Challenge. I don't know the specifics. By the way, what is... Oh, there are 10 prizes, by the way. We are getting all 10. So we got the crab pot. Need to turn around. We get 3 mystery boxes. We get a diamond. Okay, so this one should be the mountain trout. Yes, but I need to put this over here. So this should be mounted trout. And then, yeah, we'll just put this on. Did I just get this and I never noticed? When did I get this? Was I just going through the motions and I just happened to get that? There should be 20 deluxe bait. Okay. I'm caught up on what I need to do. So cool. When did I get that? Chat, does anyone know? Was that in one of the boxes that I just completely overlooked? I don't need this or this. Those ones are just cheap. Should be quality sprinkler. There's no way, right? Did I just... How did I completely miss that? That is huge what we just got. We did get that, yeah. It's not a crab pot. I should just have to do these. I mean, we're obviously gonna just put that on, but like, when did I get that? This is called Kit's just not paying attention, apparently. Hey, look at that, 9,000. Not bad, not bad at all. 3:05, it is a Monday. You know what? Based on the timing and everything, I think I might just end the stream right here. Yeah, I might just end the stream off here because then we have one more week left in summer and then I can just start. Excuse me. And then I'll have time to do like an actual much longer stream next time. I did end up waking up late, so I actually would be able to do things on the time that I want to do. So actually, yeah, no, this would be perfect place to stop. Excuse me. So, dang. All right, cool. Thank you for the stream. Absolutely. Thank you for watching. So for those who are not part of the Discord, which by the way, the Discord is now slowly being rebuilt. So check it out. There is a schedule now. There is a proper schedule. Today's the only day that's going to be a little bit iffy, I'm going to say. Someone sounds tired. I'm eternally tired, Insomniac. Weirdly enough, your name is pretty much what I am. I am an Insomniac. Like I stayed up until like 2 a.m. working on stuff. I woke up at 4 in the morning, couldn't go back to sleep, had to move cars at 5, and then I had just a huge headache from sneezing too much. So after sneezing my nose off for like an hour or two, that's why the stream was later today than I normally would have wanted it to be, because I'm trying to stream consistently at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for about 4 hours, and then 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for about 4 hours. And that's Tuesday through Sunday, because all I'm doing is delivery driving right now just to make ends meet. So, but I probably sounds just still a little sick, just because I'm still like slightly getting over the headache. But yeah, now that I have the actual like schedule put up, I want to try to follow it to a T. And then I also need to, still fix and set up this the community. So yeah, I gotta fix all that sort of stuff. But so tonight we are going to be streaming Repo. It says 10 on the it says 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time on the schedule because I edited it. It probably will be actually at 9 because I'm going to be driving for about 3.5 hours to 4 hours. And then once I get back, we'll just jump in to the stream. So yeah. But yeah, just to kind of give it like a synopsis though. So I talked about it a little bit on Discord, but I'll say it for like for next few streams just to get an idea of what's going on. So there are essentially 6 games being streamed all together constantly. So that way and they're all different games. So that way there is always something for somebody. So if you like farming games, great, you're going to like Stardew. But if you don't like, the 4v1 that Dead by Daylight has, then, you don't need to really watch that sort of stream, obviously. I know that there's streaks that people want when it comes to chat and whatnot. Frankly, well, it's cool to see the streak. If you really want to keep the streak, you can always, watch the VOD afterwards or just have it up in the background. But frankly, like, I would rather people watch what they enjoy. And since I enjoy a whole bunch of different games, that's why I'm kind of splitting them up into different aspects. So that way, there's always something different that you can watch. So we have a farming game. We have a good morning soups. We have a farming game in Stardew Valley. We have a quote unquote friend slop game. I don't know the best way to describe it other than that, which is Repo. We are going to be starting an FPS action game starting tomorrow. That should be a lot of fun. I'm actually super excited for that one. And then Dead by Daylight. So you got is it asymmetrical 4v1, whatever it's called. Then we got a racing game, and then we got a puzzle game. So that's all 6 of those games. And then once one game's done, usually a game of its similar type or a different type will take it over. So that's all being done. And then we also have plans for videos. We got shorts. Shorts, there are going to be 3 shorts released on both YouTube and TikTok every single week, starting not this week, but next week. I talked to Sparks. Sparks is going to be my editor for shorts moving forward. They were waiting for me to come up with a actual like schedule. And I was like, here it is. How's it work? And they're like, perfect. I could do that. So there's going to be 3 shorts spread out throughout each week, and they'll be starting officially next week. So be on the lookout for that. And as for long form content, there are 2 videos being worked on. Going to be a 3rd, including me, and maybe a 4th. And I know that sounds like a lot. However, I don't know when the videos are going to be done. But I would like to just keep, like, I have just so many ideas that I just actually want to do, which is why I'm moving forward with that. It might sound really like, it might sound like a lot, but I'm not doing this alone. And I'm, once again, very reluctantly, like, accepted help to not do this alone. So there is just one more person I need to talk to because they expressed interest in helping out as well. So I want to see how they feel about something, but it just depends. So yeah. But with that, I'm going to end things off here. So I'll be back in about 6 hours, give or take. And we'll be playing some Repo tonight. But with that being said, I do thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Of course, if you're new, feel free to follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube and like the stream as well, because it does help out a lot. We all have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, and or evening. Of course, my name is Katathi, and I'll see you all next time for some more Reddit gaming. See you all later. Peace. Bye, everyone.